leave it to say that, you know, I love you all. I mean, it's, the fact you're here is just amazing for me. And, it makes me a very happy 80-year-old man. Okay. Now, people say, how do you get to be 80? And people comment all the time. They think I'm in pretty good shape for 80, and I've heard it enough so I actually believe it, all right? Because I visit nursing homes and I see what 80-year-old people look like. It's not a pretty sight for most of us, okay? But the secret, and there's just a few secrets to the main one. The first one is kale. Eat lots of kale. Right? I've been eating kale since I was a little kid before it was even popular. So I would recommend kale. Gin. Definitely gin. Definitely gin. Third thing is don't die. Right? You die, it's over. You know, you'll never make it to 80. The fourth thing and the most important one is marry Rose. Okay? And none of you can do that. But believe me, I mean, I will talk more about that in a minute, but that's the real secret for me, and I will expand on that. And as Ray Rice says, it's all about family. Okay? And that's important too. You know, you gotta love the people around you. You know, don't punch them out. But we have the best family, and I say that because I know other people's families. And when you look around, like, normally if you were arranging a party for this many people, you would sit for hours and say, if you invite them, they're not coming, all right? And you can have him sitting at the same table with her, okay? We don't have any of that. I mean, seriously, there is nobody in our expanded families that are welcome everywhere and everyone gets along with them. And I think that's really, really rare. The other thing I wanted to mention about family, which maybe not unique, but I don't know if I can say this right. We are a matricidal family. We are run by women. Okay? I mean, the truth is, I mean, I know it. I assume Mark knows it. I know Jim knows it. Right? Is that true? And the nice part is they don't push it. You know, like with Rose. I mean, she kind of runs things, but it's not obvious. It's not even obvious to me, and I'm doing it. But, one of the things I love about her is sometimes we go out to dinner, we go to a party, and sometimes I'll have a few drinks, and she'll have one glass of wine, and she will, and I'll say, you got to drive. Okay. I know guys that go through this all the time, but if you hear what their wives are saying to them when they're driving them home, you didn't drink so much, we wouldn't have to do this stuff. I get none of that, you know. She drives home and no problem. Okay. Let's see what else. Daughters. No one has daughters. We have awesome daughters, absolutely. I mean, everyone says that about family. A lot of them bullshitting. And most everyone's got a family. We got to say something nice about it. Everyone else knows it's not true. We don't have it. We don't have it. Sarah and Amy are the best. Sarah is kind of my guru. And I'm not kidding. She's got me dancing naked and hugging trees. And I'm not kidding. She knows I'm not kidding. And she sends out these blogs, and if she said do it, I do it. And I'm always happy to do it. Amy, the youngest daughter, she does so many things, and she does everything well. She's an incredible mother, an incredible daughter, got a nice career. And the blessing is that we see her. Well, we saw you 2 days ago in the department store. I was walking downtown, and she goes running by, all in the same week. They will call, short notice sometime. Mark will call, you know, we were thinking of going out to dinner tonight. Can you watch the kids? We are there, okay? We love it. We love watching them, and it's great for them, too. Okay. Now, okay, well, like grandkids, okay, this is, you want to refreshing your drink, I'll take a break here for a minute. But, we've got them all. We've got Ryan, we've got Patrick, we've got James, we got Jackson. Those are the 4 boys in descending order. I have taken all of them. I introduced them to roller coasters. I was raised with roller coasters. And we got to the point where they would go on just about anything. They would come for a week, one at a time each year. And we do roller coasters. We go to the track. I give them $2 for each race. Whatever they won, they could keep. They never won anything. It turned them from a, they would never gamble because they realized, you know, it's absolutely a waste of time. But they're, what did I say, athletic, handsome, smart, kind, great, great kids. I could go on, but I'm not going to. But the most amazing one is Jackson, who's the youngest. I brought him to roller coasters the first time. He was 10 years old, 9 or 10. And we got a Batman the ride. And you have to be this tall to ride it. Well, he was that tall, even though he was only 9 or 10 years old. He wanted to go on these things. So on we go. I thought he was kidding. He got off, he said, what do you think about it? I said, awesome. Last week he's at with his friends, his birthday party, and you know what King of Da is? King of Da is the killer roller coaster. I've never been on it. Absolutely killer roaster. He's with all his friends. He goes on it, they all stand there and watch him. Watch him go. So we got an early introduction. Thea, the granddaughter we never thought we would have. I remember the call saying, you know, 4 boys, going to be another boy, and they gave you all this, the way she's carrying nonsense. Women still go through that stuff. I don't know. Statistical evidence would have proved otherwise. But no, she is a beautiful, beautiful young lady. She plays softball, ballet, violin, and lives close, and we get to see her all the time. Really good. So that's that, and we have a special guest, the only person here that's older than I am, Aunt B. All right, Aunt B is I mean, just amazing. Amazing about what a loving person she is, how she walks, she does everything. She's love you, really. Thank you. Okay, now I'm coming to the main one, okay? Rose, all right? Lou Gehrig was wrong, all right? He was not the luckiest man in the world. I am. Being married to Rose is, you know, I feel like one of those guys at the Academy Award, you know, their agent, their special agent, their makeup guy, and they sit and they got to talk about their wife. I could go on and on about this, but I won't. She is 44 years ago. I remember the Denellen Hotel, the girl who I knew, she thought I was actually dating her. I wasn't really dating her. Brings me over to introduce me to her roommate. And I walked over and I could still see her sitting on that bar stool. And I said, wow, okay? And I didn't know if she was smart. She could have been a Republican. She could have been anything. At that point, I couldn't have cared less. And I was smitten. I'm still smitten, 54 years later, okay? Now, one of the things, we share a lot of things. I won't go into all the detail. One thing to share, we laugh at the same thing. This is really important. It really is important. In fact, we went to the movies 2 days ago. And we've done this a few times. We go in the afternoon, big theater, Monday, Tuesday. You walk in 500 seats. There's only, in this case, there are only 2 people in the theater. So we walk in and Rose says, you want to do it? I said, let's do it. We walk over and we sit right in front of the 2 people. Right in front. We've done this a number of times. And usually we just sit there for a while, and then we smile and walk around. And in fact, just kidding, the people get it. The guy yesterday, was really, I mean, he was angry. I said, Lieutenant, what do you think you're doing? And I was getting ready to talk to him. I said, no, go. And as we're leaving, I'm hearing muttering. You know, what do those people think they are? And they're turning around looking and saying, yeah, well, what are you laughing about? Jackson mentioned, oh no, Thea mentioned, a couple of weeks ago, the kids are there, Thea, Jackson, and a couple of foreign students, and who asked for a fork? Jackson asked for a fork, and Rose just kidding says, no fork for you. I said, when I was a kid, we didn't have forks. When we mention forks again, my hash friends go through agony with their wives, many of them. Rose is just, we've had a few moments occasionally, you know, but others, she's been very supportive of this. And she knows it's an important part of my life. It's a different part than family, and it's something that I really need. And finally, she makes my life a joy. She really does, from the time I wake up till I go to bed. So for this, thank